Hi everyone, this is RelaxBoy78, and today I'm gonna do a video about the French and the English language in Montreal. As you know, the government PQ of Pauline Marois had made an Bill 101. It's like a bill that will, protect the French in Montreal, so that an immigrant who come here in Montreal will not have the choice to take their children to a French school and will not be able to use English school for the education of the children. And also I know that maybe you have another law. It's called the C14, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think C14 is gonna be a law that would be against in a store. Example, you go in a store and it's written like, I don't know, how can I say this? A little example like télévision in French, and it will be written TV, or just simple sign that you will put on your store, or even to your money in a restaurant in English, and you can be charged with a bill with this. You can pay a fine. And I remember, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, you have a restaurant in Montreal, Buena Notte, I think. I've been charged with $600 fine, cause in the money it was in Italian pasta. Yeah, they wrote pasta in the menu, and the police of the French language fined the restaurant owner for $600. So for me, it's really ridiculous. Because even though pasta is Italian and not French, it's like maybe the only word that internationally everybody know pasta what mean, right? I go to Italia and you tell me pasta, I'm like, God damn it, I know something in Italian. But seriously, I think we have an issue here about the French and the English in Montreal, and I just want to discuss about this a little bit. All right, this is just a video that I'm laying on my bed, and I just want to do a video about this because this is something that concerns me a lot. Just for the fact, I'm francophone. All right, 100 francophone. I was born as French, and I speak French. I learned English in school and also with my friend. I also speak Spanish and Creole. So basically, I can speak 4 languages, but I really want to improve my English because it's not perfect. But I'm studying university in the business, so I really need to improve my English. So let's begin. I don't want to say that honestly, Bill 101 is good for the Quebecers that want to preserve their language. If you have a large population of immigration that will come in Montreal and they will speak only in English, it's true that with time you might lose your language. But as a francophone, and I can speak for myself too, I think that this will be a great disadvantage for us Quebecer and French speaker with this law, because we cannot speak in English very well. But it is true to say that the person with education that went to college or university will maybe have a better understanding of the English language, and maybe will be more capable of communicating with the other. But I think that this law is a little bit closed-minded, and for me as a francophone, I would like to go to an English school, right? And I just made the choice to go to a francophone cégep or college, and now I'm in a francophone university. because I always get used to go to French school, so I go to French school. But I just want to say that if the law 101 wasn't there, I know my mom in high school will have sent me in English school so that I can be perfect in English. And if I went to an English high school, of course I maybe choose an English college and maybe go to an English university or something. It's not that I don't have the choice, but you know, luckily for me, I learn English, and of course I need to practice a lot, but I'm capable of communicating with other people. I can go to anywhere in Montreal or any country, and anywhere I speak Spanish or in Creole, so I'm good. But I think that Quebec face a major issue right now about the French and English, because what I see around me with my friend, it's like they're scared that English will take over Montreal, and that maybe we will not be able to speak French again. But I think that this is a misconception about. I don't know. I think this is a big misconception about English, because uh, English is an international language, and we should be able to speak it. And if francophone don't speak English, this is just gonna be bad for us. Right? When I will go to a job and I don't speak English, this is gonna be a disadvantage for me. Example, if I'm a boss, if I'm an entrepreneur, and I will start a company or a business, of course I will rather choose someone who have an education in French and English, someone who can communicate in both language. This is gonna be more beneficial for my enterprise, and I can use those employee as an asset for my enterprise. And if you speak, if you're anglophone, right? If you basically only speak English, alright, this is gonna be bad for you, cause I mean you're Montreal. Let's say Montreal nowadays is like 50-50%, 50 French, 50 English. Alright, so this is gonna be bad for you, so that you can go to a store, an enterprise that gonna be in French. Or if you just speak French, you can go to an enterprise that's gonna speak English. But matter of fact, I think that Montreal is a pretty city, and one of the greatest city in the world, known worldwide. And also think that French people in Montreal, French Canadian and English Canadian should cooperate and should coexist together. And we should be one, because I mean this is a tremendous asset for us that we can be able to speak French and English in the same city, right? Just to clarify some fact, Montreal is in the province of Quebec in Canada. All right, just for the people who doesn't know. And yes, and I think this is very important for us to be able to speak French and English. And the problems there is that the political polymarois and had created gaps between anglophone and francophone, and that's very bad. And maybe I fear for the future with this. I don't say that I'm a conservative, liberal, or PQ or anything. I just want to say that I really think that French and English should be cooperated together, and English people should learn French, not perfect French, but should be able to speak, normally, just okay, should be able to communicate it. And also, French people should be able to communicate in English too. And we should be proud of Montreal and our province of Quebec for this. If I was Pauline Marois, and God thanks I'm not Pauline Marois, I'm young and I'm a boy, so I'm alright, alright? Not to be sexist or anything, but I'm glad I'm not Pauline Marois. But if I was in her shoes, maybe the bill 101 is a great thing viewed by some people and bad for view by some other people, but I will maybe make Honestly, I will make some school, high school bilingual, so that you can have some classes in French and classes in English too. And you can also, for the high school, you can have some school that's gonna be French and English, but they have the choice. Is that you're gonna make like elementary school for obligatory for everybody in French, so that you can keep the base people in French. So that if I come in Montreal to live with my family, example, I came from Spain, and I would like to live here with my family and with my kids. And my kids in elementary school will go to a French school, so they'll be able to learn the base and everything in French. But in high school, I will have the choice as a parent to to take my children, my kids, to an Anglophone school, and then they will have the choice later to go to a cégep in French or in English, because they will have the base in both language very well, and they can choose their own path. It's like, honestly, I honestly think that this law is a little bit ridiculous, but I also think that this is good to preserve the French language also. But uh, I don't like this, the rivalry, and you know I don't know, French, English. You speak French. Why you speak French? I mean, this is Montreal. Learn how to speak English. If you want to be something in life, and French, stay to English. Speak French. You are in Montreal. You are in Quebec. Don't have to speak English. And no. I think that this is a bad thing, and I honestly think that we should cooperate and coexist together. Matter of fact, I mean, I think this Montreal will be one of the only city in the world that you can go there, and I mean English. I know Anglophone people and I know French, and I can go anywhere and speak to someone, and we're gonna speak like how we call this, the Franglish. It's like I'll say, hey, salut, comment ça va? Je m'en vais au dépanneur. You wanna go with me? Oh yeah, of course. À quelle heure? Or like, oh, see the tabernacle, or like fuck off, or everything like this. All right, and this is a good thing that we both can speak any language. All right, I work at a store. I'm a student in university, and I work at a store, and sometimes I have people who speak English. Sometimes I have people who speak French, and I can serve them, equally, right, without discrimination or anything. And I know also that English people are very kind and very respectful about the English. Like, I have some customer that came to me, and by the way I speak in, they know that I'm from French descendant, and they speak to me in French. And I respect that a lot. And when I go to an Anglophone area, I speak in English. And this is something I'm very proud of. This, that some people Anglophone speak to them in English, and they come to me and try. You see, they try to speak in French with me, and I'm very glad for this. And this is very nice. And I really think that English and French people should be cooperated together and not fight, for the benefit of our city and of the province of Quebec too. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. As I said earlier, I'm francophone. I speak French, and I spoke French all my life. And by lately in my life, maybe around secondaire, high school, like the third here, like for English people, it's gonna be like a middle school, I think. Yeah, not high school, but around middle school, that I really learned to speak a little bit in English. As as you can see, surely I made a lot of mistakes, but I just want to make clear that, of course, I have a great education here, and I'm in university right now, and I love English and I love French. I love both of them, and I really think that Pauline Marois making a wrong statement to go after the English people and to force French because maybe the fact that you forcing people to speak French, the fact that you forcing people to make every sign in French or anything like this, you're just gonna create a bigger gaps between the French and the English people, and I mean this is just bad, and you ain't gonna get the vote of the English people. So for me, I think French and English should coexist as people, French and English people, and as a language. Yeah, without any doubt. And I will like you, yeah, to maybe like the video if you like it, and hopefully you will let your comment below. I want to know what do you think about this situation. I really want to know what you think about this, and yeah, leave the comment below and I will chat with you. I will respond you. If you're French, you can leave me in French. If you're Spanish, you can leave me in. If you came from Latin person, you can leave me in Spanish. If you're English, you can leave me in English, or if you're Creole, you can leave me in Creole. So without any problem. And I don't know what do you think about this, and if you agree with me or not, and why. And I just made this video like this, and I hope that you enjoy it. And that's it. So have a good day. That was Relax Boy 78, and thank you very much. Bye.